Good day, my name is Blue Suit and today I'll be going over my review of the casual early access single player quiet life simulator known as Hokko Life. In Hokko Life you fall asleep on the train only to wake up far from your destination in a small town that you've never heard of called Hokko. When you get off the train you're greeted by Hokko's residents who are excited to meet you and can tell that you are the spark that will ignite life back into this quiet village. As with the games that Hokko Life clearly takes inspiration, there isn't a whole lot of story involved outside of the vague backstories that loosely tie the characters together. That being said, there's still an overall quest progression to slowly introduce new mechanics that come with the growth of your town. One by one, new villagers will stop in your town, they'll have a drink at your local inn, and you can recruit them to leave the big city life behind and move into Hokko. Most of these characters will be simply residents, but occasionally one of them will actually open up a new store in your town, such as the real estate agent who lets you buy houses, or the artist who shows you how to make your own paintings and design your own clothing. It was initially a confusing questing style because not much is explained and you're often just left wondering what you're supposed to be doing next. Fortunately, there is a lot to do to keep yourself busy in your downtime, and there are characters in the game who can guide you if you're feeling lost. Currently there are around 24 different villagers that you can acquire, but there is no actual limit to how many you can have as more get released. And if you do find that there are villagers you don't like, you have full autonomous authority to evict them without notice. All of the characters in Hokko are cute and cuddly, but I often found that they lacked any real depth or substance, and I was rarely ever curious how they were doing in any given moment. They do liven up a bit once you do have lots of different villagers as they begin to interact, as well as having loads of side quests that will reward you with items and crafting recipes. Hokko Life is full of activities to both exercise your creativity and make money. The latter being my first thought in any life simulator game, so let's talk about that first. The first shop you'll open belongs to Moss, Hokko's resident giraffe. Here you can purchase all of your equipment, backpack upgrades, and a daily randomized selection of household items from skateboards to loaves of bread. This is also where you'll unload your extra goods for cash from all the extra fish, bugs, and plants in your inventory. Making money in the early game can be tough, but fortunately, because the whole town belongs to you, you can dismantle every park bench and street lamp and sell it to Moss to start the game with a bunch of money. You can even go into people's homes, loot everything, and pawn that as well if you really felt like it, because Hokko Life isn't just about you decorating your living space, but the entire village, including the town square, is yours for the renovating. And once you do get the realtors set up and start building houses, there's no limit to the number of houses to decorate, even if no one's living in them. Hokko Life's biggest attraction is in Sally's workshop. The most basic function is to craft new items using the various materials you find from harvesting, chopping, and mining around the map. In addition to this, you can also design your own paintings, wallpaper patterns, and shirt designs, but the holy grail is in Sally's design table, where you can design anything from furniture to stairs and bridges to even just household items like refrigerators and beds. When I say anything, I mean virtually anything that you can think of, using tons of unlockable parts and shapes made from a myriad of materials, and your limit is only your own creativity. To make a bed, for example, you select the bed blueprint. As long as your final design meets the very loose requirements, then you've made a bed. My first bed was just a triangle made of wood. It met the minimum requirements, so the game thought it was a bed. I'd carry it around in my backpack, I'd throw it on the ground if I ever needed to take a nap to progress Hokko Life's day-night cycle. Most people are probably going to have a lot more creativity than I do, and that's where the amazing creator catalog comes into play. After a few hours into the game, you'll have access to the Creator Catalog, where you can upload your creations or download other people's creations that you like. Multiplayer may be missing from Hokko Life, but this does give you a way to interact with other people and gives the game infinitely more content through user-generated items. As an early access game, Hokko Life does suffer from some bugs that deserve attention. Even in my first several hours with the game, I found myself often stuck on logs and fences and would have to quit and reload the game to get unstuck. Additionally, picking up materials from the ground only seems to work when it wants to, and placing structures like bridges over water or stairs is very finicky. The worst of it was when a character tried giving me a quest item when my backpack was full, and instead pitched it into an unreachable part of the map. Fortunately, I was able to reload the game before my next autosave. Finally, there are also several ways to completely break the game by earning thousands of gold every minute through bugs and exploits. The issue with these is that they're so obvious and easy that once you realize how to do it, it becomes really hard to resist. If you'd like to know more about that, check out my Hokko Life gold making guide. I'm honestly not too concerned about bugs and balance right now, however, as this is a day one of early access in a game that was developed by one person. So the fact that these bugs are so minor speaks volumes about how quickly they're probably going to get resolved. You can pick up Hokko Life on Steam when it launches on June 2nd, 2021 for $20. Early access games are almost never worth their full price on launch, but this one is one such rare exception. With its great art and sound, coupled with the virtually endless build and design options that it boasts, and the inclusion of a potential sea of user-generated content, I'm valuing Hokko Life at $28, but I do recommend that you wait until after its first patch to see if some of the bugs are getting ironed out. I hope you enjoyed this review of Hokko Life. Come see me on Twitch where you can watch our reviews in progress 5 nights a week. As always, don't forget to like, subscribe, and let me know in the comments what you thought about it. Until next time, peace!